Hello everyone, myself Ms. Jennifer John, Clinical Instructor, Jagdalpur Institute of Nursing. Today I will take the subject Nursing Pharmacology and the topic is Alternative System of Medicine. Introduction. There are so many alternative ways of treatment in whole world other than allopathy. Here one word comes allopathy. What do you mean by allopathy? Allopathy is a kind of drug which is made by using certain chemicals and other drugs and which are followed by every hospitals around the world. सो यहाँ पर जब एलोपैथी की हम बात करते हैं तो आप रेगुलर जो मेडिसिन लेते हैं वो ड्रग्स आते हैं एलोपैथी के अंदर. फॉर एग्जांपल पैरासीटामॉल फीवर के लिए, डाइक्लोफिनैक पेन के लिए एंड ऑन्डानसेट्रॉन वॉमिटिंग के लिए एक्सेट्रा, है ना. और जो भी ड्रग्स आप रेगुलर यूज़ करते हैं दैट ड्रग्स आर कमिंग अंडर एलोपैथी. सो अदर दैन एलोपैथी अगर कोई ट्रीटमेंट को आप लेते हैं इंक्लूड करते हैं तो दैट इज़ नोन एज अल्टरनेटिव वेज ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट. Alternative medicine include various healing approaches and therapies that originate from around the world. Alternative medicine includes therapies and health care practices. यहाँ पर ये बोलता है कि अल्टरनेटिव मेडिसिन के अंदर क्या क्या आते हैं, कई सारे हीलिंग अप्रोचेस प्लस थेरेपीज आते हैं जो कि पूरे वर्ल्ड पे क्या होते हैं इसकी ओरिजिनेशन हुई है. देन इसके अंदर कई सारे हेल्थ केयर प्रैक्टिसेस भी आते हैं. सो आई थिंक you all are very familiar with the term and you all have got the point what I want to explain. Next we will move to definition. Alternative medicine are intervention that differ from the conventional biomedical treatment of disease. यहाँ पर बहुत ही क्लियरली यहाँ पर एक वर्ड कह रहा है कन्वेंशनल बायोमेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट. What is conventional biomedical treatment? It means the treatment which we are receiving from hospitals or the hospitalization treatment is known as conventional biomedical treatment. So other than this treatment, if we are following any another way, that is known as alternative medicine. Next point says that these pathies which are widely used for the treatment of diseases in very natural way other as than allopathy is known as alternative system of medicine. यहाँ भी वही पॉइंट हमको कहता है कि अदर देन एलोपैथी अगर कोई ट्रीटमेंट आप यूज़ करते हैं तो देन दैट ट्रीटमेंट इज नोन एज अल्टरनेटिव मेडिसिन. नेक्स्ट टाइप्स ऑफ पॉपुलर अल्टरनेटिव सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन. हियर यू कैन सी वन वर्ड इन दिस स्लाइड, आयुष. Ayush is a type of alternative system of medicine which has been used. Later we will discuss what all are the things which are coming under Ayush. So here is the thing. A stands for Ayurveda, Y Yoga, U Unani, S Siddha, H Homeopathy. So here the word is Ayush and these are the meaning of Ayush, what the Ayush literally says about alternative medicine, that is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy. So next we will deal Ayurveda. When we say Ayurveda, only one thing comes in our mind that this might be something natural or this might be something ancient practice. So let us see what Ayurveda says about healthcare practices. Ayurveda, a comprehensive system of medicine, originates in ancient India. As we can see here the words come ancient India, यानी कि पुराने भारत पे, ऐतिहासिक भारत में आयुर्वेदा का जो सिस्टम है वो क्या है बहुत समय से यूज़ हुआ जा रहा है और वहीं से ही क्या हुआ है यानी कि ऐतिहासिक भारत से एंशियंट इंडिया से ही क्या हुआ है ये ओरिजिनेट हुआ है. द टर्म आयुर्वेदा इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम संस्कृत वर्ड आयु which stands for relation of body, mind, sense and the soul. यहाँ जो संस्कृत वर्ड है आयु, हम लोग बहुत ही फेमिलियर हैं इस वर्ड से कि आयु किस चीज़ को बताता है. आयु मीन्स एज एंड इसमें किसकी रिलेशन को बता रहा है कि जिसमें बॉडी का भी रिलेशन है, माइंड, सेंस एंड द सोल. Thus Ayurveda can be translated to life science, as we can see that all the things are coming under Ayurveda such as body, mind, sense and the soul. So it is described as a life science. Definition. Ayurveda is a science dealing not only with treatment of some disease but is a complete way of life. As in the definition we can say that it is not only a treatment of disease, सिर्फ ये किसी डिजीज़ का ट्रीटमेंट ही नहीं, लेकिन पूरी तरीके से ये एक वे है लाइफ का. As we can see, the oldest Rishi Munis or the sages who all are there living their lives in some of the villages or some of the hut, and there they are living naturally following the Ayurvedic सिस्टम. आयुर्वेदिक सिस्टम को उन लोग फॉलो करते हैं और नेचुरली अपनी लाइफ को क्या करते हैं, उन लोग आगे बढ़ाते हैं. सो उसी डेफिनेशन के और उसी बात को लेकर हम कह सकते हैं कि आयुर्वेदा इज अ कंप्लीट वे ऑफ लाइफ. ओरिजिन. अब हम जानेंगे कि कहाँ से ओरिजिन हुआ है. वैदिक मेडिसिन इज कंसिडर्ड एज वन ऑफ द ओल्डेस्ट सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन इन द वर्ल्ड विच वॉज डेवलप्ड इन इंडिया ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड 2000 to 1000 BC. तो यहाँ पर ये बताता है कि ये बहुत ही ओल्डेस्ट सिस्टम है मेडिसिन का, जो किस में डेवलप हुआ था, इंडिया में ही डेवलप हुआ था. कब हुआ था? एट द टाइम ऑफ 2000 to 1000 BC. नेक्स्ट वी विल सी सम ऑफ द डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज विच आर अवेलेबल एज आयुर्वेदिक documents. First one is Rigveda. Rigveda was originated in 2000 BC and is considered to be the oldest recorded document regarding use of plants as medicine in India. So अगर कोई oldest document है हमारे पास, so that is Rigveda. Next one is Atharveda. Atharveda is originated at India only at the year 1500 to 1000 BC, which described more plants and introduced further more basic concepts of Ayurveda. ऋग्वेदा में जितने भी प्लांट्स के बारे में डॉक्यूमेंट्स दिए हुए थे, इन्फॉर्मेशन दी हुई थी, और अथर्वेदा में क्या किया गया, उसी के अलावा उन प्लांट्स को छोड़ के जो अदर प्लांट्स हैं जिनको हम हेल्थ केयर के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, उन प्लांट्स के बारे में अथर्वेदा में जानकारी दी गई है. देन नेक्स्ट वन इज द चारक संहिता एंड सुश्रुत संहिता. ये भी 1000 BC में ही ओरिजिनेट हुए एंड आर द ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट ऑफ आयुर्वेदा. अगर हमको ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट चाहिए आयुर्वेदा का, तो देन वी कैन फाउंड इन चारक संहिता एंड सुश्रुत संहिता. देन अकॉर्डिंग टू हिंदू मिथोलॉजी, द ओरिजिन ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन इज एट्रीब्यूटेड टू धन्वंतरी, द फिजिशियन ऑफ द गॉड्स. तो यहाँ पर ये चीज़ है कि जो मेडिसिन है या फिर जो आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन है, ये किसके द्वारा आया था, ओरिजिनेट हुआ था बाय द गॉड धन्वंतरी. धन्वंतरी वो थी जो सारे गॉड्स की क्या थी, फिजिशियन थी. तो उनके ही थ्रू क्या मिला है, ये आयुर्वेदिक जो मेडिसिन है इसका हमको नॉलेज उन्हीं के द्वारा मिला है, ऐसा हिंदू मिथोलॉजी में लिखा गया है या फिर माना जाता है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू आयुर्वेदा, हेल्थ इज डिफाइंड एज, जैसे कि वी नो दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू WHO, health is defined as the state of complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being and not merely an absence of disease. So वो according to WHO है. Now we will see according to Ayurveda, what do you mean by health? Health is defined as the state of equilibrium यानी कि balance of dosha, that is humorous. What is humor? Humor means a sense of well-being. Okay. Then next one is Agni. What is Agni? Agni, as in English we can say a fire. Then fire means here it indicates regarding the body system, that is digestive juice, enzymes, hormones involved in the metabolism process. Then next, third is Dhatu. What is Dhatu? Dhatu means we can say a kind of mineral or any kind of substance. Here in the body it indicates regarding tissue. Dhatu means tissue. Then mala, that is waste materials. So according to this, there are some Hindi words and we are very much familiar with the Hindi words, so we can understand it very easily that what this says about the Ayurveda. So it is the state of equilibrium between dosha, Agni, Dhatu and Mala, along with a happy state of Atma, that is soul, Indriya, that is sensory and motor organs, and Manas, that is mind. So health is a equilibrium of dosha, Agni, Dhatu, Mala, along with the happy state of Atma, Indriya and Manas. Thus Ayurveda aims to maintain equilibrium of doshas, Dhatu, Mala, patency of srotas, that is channels, and a healthy state of the Agni. So this is the complete definition of health from Ayurveda. Hope you all have understood what the Ayurveda says about health. Then we will move to the next one. Here in the picture you can see certain things are over here, so which represents the energy, the fire, the dhatus, the Agni, and all the things which Ayurveda says about health. Then next we will see the concept of disease. According to Ayurveda, what is the concept of disease? According to Ayurveda, there are three main causes of disease. The names are Asatmendriyartha Samyoga, second Prajana Paradha, and third one is Parinama. These are the concept of disease. Based on this concept, a Ayurvedist or a person who is well known with Ayurveda will find out what kind of disease a person is having. First one is Asatmendriyartha Samyoga. So here we will see what is the meaning of this. First one, Asatmaya. Asatmaya means improper, Indriya means senses, and Samyoga means to combine or to link. Here we have divided the word in three terms, that is Asatmaya, Indriya, and Samyoga. So this refers to improper contact of the senses with their objects and result in an overstimulation or deficiency of sensory activity. So here हम लोग ये समझ सकते हैं कि improper contact of the senses, जब आपके senses अच्छी तरीके से काम नहीं करते, जिसकी वजह से जो बॉडी के ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं वो क्या होते हैं, ओवर स्टिमुलेट हो जाते हैं, या फिर उनकी क्या हो जाती है, डेफिशिएंसी हो जाती है. तो उस कंडीशन को हम कहते हैं असतमेंद्रियर्था संयोगा. सो यहाँ पर फिर से एक बार हम देखेंगे इसको कि क्या बताता है. दैट इज इम्प्रॉपर कॉन्टैक्ट ऑफ द सेंसेस विद देयर ऑब्जेक्ट्स. तो उसकी वजह से क्या रिजल्ट होता है, या तो ओवर स्टिमुलेशन हो जाएगी बॉडी के किसी पार्ट की, या फिर क्या हो जाएगी, उसमें कोई डेफिशिएंसी आकर हो जाएगी. नेक्स्ट इज प्रजना पराधा. प्रजना पराधा, प्रजना मीन्स विजडम एंड अपराधा मीन्स ऑफेंस. अपराध मीन्स हम ये समझ सकते हैं कि अपराध किसको हम बोलते हैं, अगर कोई गलती करते हैं तो उसको क्या किया जाता है, अपराध माना जाता है. सो द लिटरल मीनिंग ऑफ प्रजना पराधा इज एन ऑफेंस अगेंस्ट विजडम. विजडम का मतलब हम जानते हैं किसको हम बोलते हैं, नॉलेज को, या फिर बुद्धि को, या फिर इंटेलेक्चुअल को हम क्या बोलते हैं, विजडम बोलते हैं. सो एन ऑफेंस अगेंस्ट विजडम इज नोन एज प्रजना पराधा. यानी कि यहाँ पर विजडम के अगेंस्ट क्या बोला जा रहा है कि अगर कहीं पर हम गॉसिप कर रहे हैं, या फिर किसी के बारे में कुछ गलत बातें कर रहे हैं, किसी के बारे में कुछ गलत सोच रहे हैं, तो वही सोच क्या करता है, हमारे हेल्थ को खराब करता है. ऐसा कहना है प्रजना पराधा का. तो ये प्रजना पराधा ये बोलता है कि विजडम यानी कि बुद्धि का अगर आप गलत उपयोग करते हैं तो देन वो आप ही के बॉडी पर क्या करेगी, उल्टा रिएक्ट करेगी. नेक्स्ट वन इज परिणामा. परिणामा और कला refers more generally to effect of time and natural physical transformation that occur over time. So parinama यानी कि परिणाम what says result. So परिणामा और कला refers क्या refer करता है ये चीज, effect of time. effect of time किस चीज में हमको दिखाई देता है, हमारे बॉडी पे. हम जैसे ही बड़े होते जाते हैं, as our age grows we can see certain changes in our body. Many changes we can find, so that changes are coming under the parinama. So as we can say that हम जो कुछ भी पहले कर रहे होंगे तो वही चीज आगे चलकर कैसा करेगा, हमको इफेक्ट करेगा. So the external environment can trigger disease by unbalancing the body through unnatural or extreme variations in temperature, rainfall और wind. और यहाँ पर क्या बोलता है कि जैसे कि कोई सीजनल चेंजेस आती हैं, सीजनल चेंजेस के साथ साथ क्या होता है, हमारे बॉडी का भी चेंजेस क्या आता है, अकर होता है. या फिर हॉट में हमारी समर में हमारी बॉडी हॉट रहेगी, या फिर विंटर में हमारी बॉडी कोल्ड रहेगी, या फिर रेनफॉल या रेनी सीजन में हमारा बॉडी क्या रहेगा, हॉट एंड कोल्ड के बीच में बैलेंस्ड रहता है. तो ये बताता है क्या, हमारा परिणामा बताता है. सो एज वी हैव सीन अर्लियर कि देर आर 3 concepts of disease, that is first one is asatmendriyartha samyoga, second one is prajana aparadha, and the third one is parinama. I think you have got a clear knowledge regarding the concept of disease in Ayurveda. Next one, the principles. What principles the Ayurveda is following, we will see now. Ayurveda's fundamental approach to well-being is that you must reach your unique state of balance in your whole being, body, mind and spirit. यहाँ पर फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल या फिर फंडामेंटल अप्रोच इस चीज़ के बारे में है कि आप अपने स्टेट ऑफ बैलेंस के यूनिक स्टेट पर क्या होना चाहिए, पहुंचना चाहिए, और आपका जो होल बॉडी, माइंड एंड स्पिरिट ये एक बैलेंस स्टेट में होना चाहिए. सेकेंड पॉइंट, आयुर्वेदा व्यूज द वर्ल्ड इन लाइट ऑफ 3 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रिंसिपल्स. अब यहाँ पर जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है प्रिंसिपल में, वो हमारे ये 3 पॉइंट है. सो 3 पॉइंट जो हम देखते हैं वो ये बोलता है, दैट इज वाता, पिता एंड काफा. सो वी विल सी व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय वाता, पिता एंड काफा. वाता इज द एनर्जी ऑफ मूवमेंट. एनर्जी ऑफ मूवमेंट यानी कि आपके बॉडी पे जो मूवमेंट की एनर्जी होती है उसको हम क्या कहते हैं, वाता. देन सेकेंड वन इज पिता. पिता इज द एनर्जी ऑफ डाइजेशन और मेटाबॉलिज्म. आपके बॉडी पे जो एनर्जी होता है डाइजेशन करने का, मेटाबॉलिज्म का, उसको क्या कहा गया है यहाँ पर, पिता कहा गया है. एंड नेक्स्ट वन इज द लास्ट वन इज काफा. काफा इज द एनर्जी ऑफ लुब्रिकेशन एंड स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द बॉडी. सो एनर्जी ऑफ लुब्रिकेशन एंड स्ट्रक्चर, आपके बॉडी पे जितने भी हॉर्मोन्स फ्लो होते हैं, जितने भी एंजाइम होते हैं, एंड यही हॉर्मोन्स क्या करते हैं, आपके बॉडी पे सर्टन एक्टिविटीज को कंट्रोल करते हैं. सो द लुब्रिकेशन और द स्ट्रक्चर इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द काफा. सो द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ आयुर्वेदा इज बेस्ड ऑन 3 subheadings that are vata, pitta and kapha. So here we can see a triangle in which a person is sitting and which is where the 3 principles are controlling a person, that is vata, pitta and kapha. Vata, you can see one symbol is over there. Pitta, you can see something like fire over there. Fire means, as we have seen earlier, the digestive enzymes and metabolism. And kapha means lubrication, that is in the form of water, in the form of hormones we can see regarding kapha. So you have now well understood about the principles of Ayurveda. Next, diagnosis. How we can diagnose if we are diagnosing according to Ayurveda. Diagnosis of Ayurveda system is done on the basis of history taking and examination of pulse, urine, feces, tongue and eyes, etc. As you can see in this picture, there are many things through which a Ayurvedic doctor or an Ayurvedic person who is well educated in Ayurveda is diagnosing the person who is having any kind of disease. That is, you can see akriti. Akriti means face. Then shabda. Shabda means any trembling voices or any imbalancing in the voice. That next one is netra. Netra means eyes, whether eyes are well or not. Then sparsh. Sparsh means skin. By seeing the skin they can find that whether any problem is there in the skin or not. Then next one is mutra, that is urine. And urine also, as we can see, we are taking urine for sampling as a sample for certain diagnosis. Then next one is mala, that is stool. And then is nadi. Nadi, that is called as pulse. We are also checking pulse. Then jiva. Jiva means tongue. So these are the process from which a person who is well educated in Ayurveda can diagnose a person if he or she is having any disease or not. Treatment. In treatment, first we will see regarding the drugs. In Ayurveda, substance of natural origin including whole plants or their parts and minerals are used as a medicine either alone or usually in combination. So here mainly some kind of plants and minerals are used as medicine. Either they can be used alone or in the combination form they can be administered to any person. Hundreds of plant-based medicine are employed including cardamom and cinnamon. So hundreds of plant-based medicine. If we want to see the plants, if we want to see the medicines, then we can refer to the Vedas, which we have seen earlier, such as Charak Samhita and Sushrut Samhita. So there we can find certain types of plants and herbs which are useful for healthcare practices. And here also some kind of daily eating herbs are there which can be used for treatment, such as cardamom and cinnamon. Some animal products may be also used, for example milk, bones and gallstones. So these are animal products such as animal milk, animal bone, animal gallstones. They can be also used for treatment. So as you can see, certain things are over here. Some kind of oil we can see, and here we can see turmeric, here we can see cardamom, and here we can see cloves and cinnamon, and many of the things are there which can be used in Ayurvedic and which can be used as a drug in Ayurveda. Minerals including sulfur, arsenic, lead, copper are also consumed as prescribed. As we can see, if in normal case also, if we are not taking any Ayurveda system and if we are having electrolyte imbalance, then the physician is prescribing minerals. So that minerals we are taking in the form of tablets. The same kind, here the minerals are there which are prescribed by the person who is well educated in Ayurveda. The advent of Islam introduced opium as narcotic. Here we can see from where the narcotic drugs are evolved. So here Islam is mainly responsible for the introduction of opium as a narcotic. Then traumatic bleeding was said to be stopped by different methods of ligation of blood vessels, that is cauterization by heat. Cauterization by heat we can see in the tubectomy process. Tubectomy process, if you are remembering, then this cauterization method we can see in the tubectomy, and the same thing is followed from very ancient time in the Ayurveda. Using different herbal or animal preparation which could facilitate clotting, and different medical preparation which could constrict the bleeding and oozing vessels. Oozing vessels means internal bleeding, where we can see some kind of redness and we can also find that it is bleeding over there. So here is one picture. Cauterization of heat is known as Agni Karma. Agni Karma, in which a instrument is being taken and that is heated, and with the help of heating, any kind of we can say any bumps or lumps occurring in the foot, occurring in the hand, can be treated by this Agni Karma. Next one is 4 wound care weeds. So here are some of the herbs or shrubs which can be used for wound care and which can stop bleeding and can relieve from pain. As we can see, here are 4 pictures and you can easily find out these shrubs in your surrounding. So these are very easy methods through which you can stop bleeding if anyone is having bleeding, and it can also relieve from pain. Then we will see the practice and drug standard. Practice and drug standard says that Ayurveda is popular in most of all states, but it is more popular in the states of Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, MP, Rajasthan. We can say that everywhere Ayurveda is being followed, but mostly in these states the Ayurveda is largely followed. It mainly deals with the problems related to nervous system, respiratory system, GI tract, integumentary system and musculoskeletal system. So these are the systems from which the Ayurveda deals the most. The Ayurvedic drugs are available as raw drugs and manufactured drugs. There are 5,000 licensed pharmacies and 13 government assisted pharmacies which manufacture Ayurvedic drugs. If we can say that Ayurvedic drugs is illegal, some of the person says that Ayurvedic drugs are illegal and they are not practiced by a good medical professional, but we can see here that there are 5,000 licensed pharmacies and 13 government assisted pharmacies which manufacture Ayurvedic drug. So here we can see some of the brands which includes Ayurvedic drugs. As we can see here, Himalaya is one of the brand which includes Ayurvedic drugs such as Shuddha Gugulu, and this one is for cardiac wellness. Hadjod is for bone and joint wellness, and Shiguru is also used as for bone and joint wellness. And here another brand is there, Astha DM. Astha DM means ast we can say as for bones and other things. So hope you all have understood regarding the alternative system of medicine in which we have dealt about Ayurveda. For next Yoga, Unani, Siddha, I will be taking in the next slide. Hope you all will be understanding more if you see the next part. Thank you. Thank you for listening.